Hello, welcome to the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, where Anthrocon 2023 was held. About a year ago, I was in this virtual world, just goofing off with friends. I never thought I would actually be here in person. But then, a few weeks ago, I in fact was. I live in Florida. I flew out to Pittsburgh on my own, first time flying on my own, first convention on my own, and this place ended up having over 13,000 people. I'm not a people person. It was a lot. It was also so much fun. I didn't take that many pictures. I took some. So I'm going to show those pictures in this video to show just my experience at Anthrocon. So I've kind of figured out how to record in OBS and videos. I'm super excited to bring more VR videos that aren't coming from my point of view, but are instead coming from a camera that is more secured and centered. Is this room I'm in right now? It is the right just outside the Spirit of Pittsburgh Ballroom. Right, right back there. That's where there are flashing lights and stuff in there. It's also pretty dark, so you can't really see me well. It's a big building, big room. Where the opening ceremonies was held. It's where a bunch of other things were held, like a concert where someone played in full Nidorino fursuit. It was impressive and a really cool experience. Let's start with the first thing. Got to the airport with 20 minutes to spare. I decided to check my baggage for some reason because I thought, oh yeah, that's how it works. It's been over a decade since I last flew. Last time I flew, I was 10. My dad was in the Navy, and we flew to Florida. I've been here about 15 years ago. No, it was 18. So yeah, around 7, 8, 9, 10. I was young. I don't know how to fly. I'm terrified of people, terrified of things. I don't like flying either. Well, luckily, on a plane, planes really, they just take off. I mean, I know they have to, but I was expecting a longer acceleration. No, they just gun it and it goes. I really hope it's not picking up the squeaking of my chair. Oh well. Adjust my headset again. I'm down in the air. Had some slight turbulence, but really not too much. So it was fantastic flight. So you're showing it's not so much fun. Maybe I'll get to that later. So I land. I step outside and it is cold. It's was it low? It was upper 60s, low 70s, I think. I come from Florida. I'm used to heat, not used to cold. It was also smoky. I didn't realize all that smoke was so bad. I'm glad I had my mask. I was always wearing a mask. And I'm glad I did. I'm sure that made it easier for me to, live and breathe. Yeah. I did by one of my hotel roommate. Shout out to Rukish for, picking me up and saving me an Uber charge. Picked up me and Rhubarb, actually. So, both of us saved money. We went to the hotel, where they weren't ready for us. Because my flight flew in. I landed at 9 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, back to Pittsburgh. I live in Pittsburgh. We went to the hotel and dropped off our luggage, which was very nice. We just kind of walked around aimlessly for a bit. What did we do? I think we might be over by the con, but not even con center wasn't open yet, so we couldn't get our badges for pre-registration. We just kind of in our. So we were on the 8th floor of this Hampton Inn that had all these suites. It had so much space. And I swear, so if you look behind me, you're this is how much space it had. It felt like. It was just this massive room, 2 beds, a pull-out bed in the couch, and then we got an additional bed because there were 6 of us in there. It cost $375 for all 6 nights. It was expensive. It was less than I thought it was. I was expecting $500. It was great. I really hope to stay at that Hampton Inn next year. Anyways, we finally get our room. We go in. Everyone claims their spots. And then, we're just kind of goofing off and still doing. Did we go? I don't know if we picked up our badges that day or not. That was Thursday. Okay, so yeah, we didn't get our badges until the following day. So we had a pizza party in the suites. Because, there were 4 of us on the same level, on the same floor. And then 2 of the suites were, right across from each other. So that's where we had the pizza party. It was fantastic. Anyways, had some pizza. I had so much fun. So much to talk about. There's so much I missed. I just have to go back next year. I just realized I'm in the wrong cat. I've been filming for 10 minutes. I'm not changing. I'm not restarting. There you go. Right cat. Okay, it's fine. I'm fine just switching halfway through. Anyway, so you go to registration. There is a line for, pre-registration, for registering day of, and like sponsors and all of them. Sponsor line was like super quick. I was not a sponsor. I was regular, but I pre-registered, and it was only like, I want to say, half an hour, 45 minutes. Not even that. It looked long, but like it's a nice snake, so it's really just, there's a lot of space there. Can I do this better snake? Oh, don't hold that. Nice snake. There we go. It's better snake. Anyways, yeah, it snaked through, and we were at like half an hour, 45 minutes. It was good, because when we got out, the line was outside the door. Yeah, we were like just outside the door when we went in, and like even then it was just kind of like the door, like we walked up and we walked inside. But this line went all the way out to the end of the end of the street. So I'm glad we went when we did. Oh yeah, we went to go get some boba tea that day. Went to the opening ceremonies, and I peeked in because I was not too interested in it. I thought it was just gonna be like silly, so I didn't really stay for it. I just peeked in and hung out with a friend, got my face smushed. My nose was sore after that weekend. I met the director of Anthrocon, met more friends. My furry friend stole my phone and took pictures of me. And yeah, then I went to the cat meetup for a bit. It was a fun time. Bunnies are cats because... What do you say? The lead cat. He said, like, bunnies are cats because baby bunnies are kittens. There was a bunny there. And then I looked at the sticker poll that was, like, already half covered. It was only the first day of Anthrocon. The second day, I didn't sleep well the first night because my bedmate took all of the blankets. And the second night, he left me this amount of room. My room is the black pillow. That's all the space I had. When the dealer's then opened up, it was big. There's a lot to buy there. I was in there for like a good few hours. This year, I didn't bring a big enough suitcase to like take home big stuff. So there's something bigger suitcase. And here's a Korok. Yeah, this Korok was everywhere at this con, honestly. And after that, I went to a cheetah meetup. Here's all the cheetahs that were there. Makes me want to like get this suit even sooner. So next year, I might even have a partial. We'll find out. They're expensive. Let's go get some food. Had the best honey mustard on a sandwich I have ever had. And I was so upset that I flew in, because if I didn't, I would have bought as much of that as I could while I was there, but you can't take liquids on a flight. It's annoying. I hate it. I have to get that sandwich again when I head back. Anyways, after dinner, there was the star party. There was also a baseball game, which I kind of wanted to go to, but the weather was so nice that night that I went to the star party instead. Here are some blurry pictures of Venus with my phone. I never took a picture in the telescope. I probably should have, but I was just enjoying the time. It was chat about space for a while. It was just such a nice time up there. It was pleasantly cool. There was no rain. It was very pretty. This is just the fourth floor of the convention center. Here's a poster of the concert that I went to. This is Saturday at this point, Saturday morning. I'm just kind of meandering around. I went to the dealer's den again. Then just outside, there was this chicken on a stick stand that had lemonade. And they just straight up put 2 entire lemons into the... Like, I know... I'm not saying this like, you squeeze out the lemon. They put the squeezed out lemon into the cup. That was a really good macaroni bite. Fried macaroni egg rolls. It needs some sort of red sauce, in my opinion, to make it taste. And like, it was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It would just be so much better if it had some sort of marinara sauce to go along with it. So that was my lunch. Also, I had the rest of my sandwich from the previous night, because then it was time for the fursuit parade. And they had like, was it 3,000, 5,000? It was a something thousand. It was a few thousand fursuiters going through this parade. And they're trying to go down, and it's just all these people going down 2 escalators. And at one point, one of the escalators broke. So it took 90 minutes to get everyone through it. Here's another view. Yeah, it was an Among Us there in the fursuit parade, which I thought was really funny. And here's a view from the ground floor just outside. It didn't walk around too much because they were expecting rain. I don't know if it's gone. Maybe it's gone further. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe this is always on the path. I don't know. This is my first con, but it was fun and cool regardless. There's a little more videos. Then I met Markiplier's brother. Bought some 2 coins. I'd seen this for a while. I've been wanting to get into it. I was like, hey, I have a 2-hour flight home. I'm gonna read this. Hopefully it'll distract me from the flying. Spoiler alert, it did not. Not And then it was time for the concert. And I'll just go quiet so you can enjoy this concert. Here are just some selections from the concert. I'm not going to have all of it, but that was a 40-minute concert. If you do want to watch the full concert, it's on Anthrocon.tv on YouTube. Just search that up, Anthrocon 2023. It was on Saturday. It is the last thing, I think, in their big, Saturdays events. I recommend it. It was really good to listen to. Just fantastic time.
Each one demand to understand the power challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. And with me, the time is right. There's no better team. I'm and I, we're in the fight. It's always been my dream. Gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Gotta catch 'em all. So true. Like a river pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. 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 Yeah.
And after that, me and a friend stole my other friend's badges. It was funny. We walked out quickly. He walked right past my one friend who has his one badge and just like grabbed me and expecting me to have both of them. I only had the one of them, so it was funny. And here, we went to the Pokemon meetup, and there were so many Pokemon. We like ran out of space in the spot we were in. And we actually went outside to like go take the picture because we just didn't have enough room. And then it just started downpouring, so I had to come inside. So that's the picture of all the Pokemon at the Pokemon meetup. And this was the weather, because we had like a sudden storm just pop up randomly. It was just a little itty bitty sliver. Anyways, dinner that night was, this was Saturday, so what did I have for dinner? I think it was dinner time at Jimmy John's. We walked around a bit. I don't know. Dealers in on Sunday. Then this little guy, his name is Bach. E-OK. I had seen evolutions like this previously, and I was debating on buying them. I never did. He just caught my eye. He was on sale because he was misshapen, so I had to get him. His tail rings don't line up, his earring doesn't line up, and like, he's precious. His name is Bach. He was named after the guy who discovered dark nebulas. What's his name? Bart Bach, yeah. And then just more pictures of the street lamp light post that is covered, absolutely covered, inundated with stickers. This is Sunday. They're going to be getting rid of these soon, right? Sunday. I just got a couple more pictures of Anthrocon building area. They went to the closing ceremonies. Also, that setup behind them was built for Anthrocon. They donated it to the city, bought it. I can't do air quotes. In exchange for like giving a donation to. It's in the closing ceremonies on Sunday. I'm sure it was broadcast as well. And they were kicked out of the center. You know, after closing ceremonies, we get out, we can't get back in. There just wasn't much to do on Sunday. They all like went through and tried to get rid of most of the stickers, and they did. They didn't get all the stickers, as I'm sure you can see. That's just a picture of the Anthrocon poster. There's some stickers really high up. Like, I don't know how people got them that high up. And it was Monday. It was time to say goodbye to everyone. It sucked. The flight home. I tried to read. I could not concentrate because it was just turbulence constantly the entire time we were flying. It wasn't bad turbulence, just constantly always there. I don't like roller coasters. I put my phone down, I put my phone down. So it was an awful experience. Because just like, oh, it's shaking. Is it gonna go down? Is it gonna go? It's not, but it's still shaking. And I don't know. And the anticipation, the anxiety was the worst part. But it was fine. They served, the same pack of crackers that stuck. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to the airport at like 11 o'clock because my roommates were flying out at 1 and 2. So like it just made sense for us all to go at the same time. It saved on the Uber. I ended up like, again, I stayed at the airport for 10 hours. 10 hours? 8 hours. Yeah, I got there at like 11 and I flew out at 8. 7. 6:50. I don't know. Anyways, it was a long time. On the one hand, it sucked. On the other hand, I got to say bye to everyone that was leaving. And people had so much longer flights. They only had a 2.5 a 2-hour flight at worst. So it really was not bad for me. Anyways, back to the flight. I was reading for like half an hour, but I just couldn't concentrate. So I forked over the $8 for the in-flight Wi-Fi so I could like chat with people and try and distract myself. It didn't really work. It was just kind of always there. But yeah, you know, I made it. I survived. It took a little longer to land because there was a thunderstorm in Orlando. I actually got a video of the thunderhead. It's really cool. It was the entire descent to go through, go down. Yeah, we land, you know, there's just thunder everywhere, lightning everywhere, rain everywhere. Actually, there wasn't a gate open once we landed at first, so I had to wait another like 5 minutes. And in addition, because it was raining, they couldn't get to check on luggage. But I was smart and didn't get any. I didn't check my luggage on because it would fit, and I could just take everything on with me. So it was great. I got off the plane, I got out, and that was my Anthrocon experience. I picked up my brother-in-law, who had also dropped me off at like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the evening. Fantastic time. I was exhausted. I walked so many steps. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.